subscriber. This is Ralph Phillips. How about them Buccaneers? What a beatdown. Oh, that felt so good. What's up, everybody? Okay, Rampage, Tom. What are y'all doing? What's going on? That still got the hate for Todd Bowles, man. Okay, wants to win the Super Bowl and still fire the coach. Has that ever happened? I don't think that's ever happened. We could be the first. Ah, what a great game that was yesterday. I'll tell you what, I'm still in a great mood. And then to top it off, the Falcons lost last night. Woo, was that a game? That game was incredible. That was a fun game to watch. There has been some really good games this year. I'll say it, last year, the games kind of sucked. You know, I'm talking about league-wide. But this year, man, there's been some exciting games. I've enjoyed this year a lot. Fourth worst pass defense, 2023. Third worst, 2021, 22nd, 2020, 23rd, 2019. Third worst? Really? I didn't know that. We just don't believe in pass defense. That's what it is. Hey, y'all don't get me down now. It was a great day yesterday. I won my money league. I won third place, so that means my entry fee for next year is paid for. So I didn't really win it, but I won my third place fight. And then, you know, of course, the Buccaneers won. That was a great game. That was just a good game. It was fun to watch. It was nice to see the Panthers get whooped up on. The Duck, I'm in love with the Duck. And that was Gus Swayze that had that duck. Did you see it? Did y'all see Gus Swayze? I got to show you Gus Swayze. If you didn't see it, that's who I have on the thumbnail. It's Gus Swayze. Yo, check this out. Check this out.
Well, guess what? Gus Swayze gonna take you boys to school.
That'll stop the clock.
Look, that's Gus Swayze. That's Gus Swayze. And look, there's Gus right there. Look at Gus. Everybody thought that Baker Mayfield was Gus Swayze. Gus Swayze is his own person. Look, hold up. There's Gus in the background. Just he's a Buccaneer fan through and through. and then here he is again. Watch, this is how he hurt his knee. Right here. Gus Swayze. Look at that. Look at them moves. Gus. You tell me that's not Gus Swayze. Here we got slow-mo of Gus. There he is. Yeah. But, you know, I don't know if he trains the duck or if he's just, him and the duck have a bond, you know, but come on now. Come on. You tell me Gus Swayze ain't living large. That is Gus Swayze. Oh my gosh. I love it. Absolutely love it. The Quack Duck Award. I remember you, okay. Yeah, the game yesterday, man, when we went down the field and scored, I was like, all right, let's go. What's up? I got jokes. The Buccaneers. Yes. That's a good one. I was messing around with AI yesterday, doing all kinds of like duck things. But yeah, so we scored yesterday. Just went down the field and scored, and then they got the ball, and they went down the field and scored. And I was like, man, here we go again. And all throughout the game, they were You know, they were getting um they were getting you know good good passes and stuff, you know. There's one I did. Duck. And then there was this one. I love it. Oh my gosh. And then this one. He got a little eye patch. Everyone's an artist now. I know. It's it's easy to do now. But you know, art is art. Uh, the Buccaneers. Whew, that's great stuff, man. Y'all killing me. Then here's a goofy one. That's like a Donald Duck one. Ah, good stuff though, man. I am fascinated with the duck. I think that's all I got with the duck. No, I had one more, but this one had boobs. Uh, very, very large pectorals. Oh, love it though, man. Love it. It's just fun. Show tomorrow? Yeah. Duck Swayze. That's hilarious. Storm Duck, yeah. Storm Duck played yesterday. He was a starter because their regular cornerback was hurt. Captain Duck Mallard. Captain Mallard. Oh man, great stuff. That classic. The duck decoy. Duck decoy play. The short field goal Falcon fan reactions are hilarious. Duck boobs. Buccaneer reminds me of Bucky O'Hare. Short field goal Falcon fan reactions. What's that? What was that? I got jokes. Man, it's hard to believe there's only one game left in the regular season. Oh my gosh. One game left, but it looks like, man, I mean, if everything holds out, we go into the playoffs. All we got to do, win and in. That's it. We just got to win this game against the Saints, and we're in. And I think it should be pretty easy. I mean, they're not playing for anything. Everybody's hurt. The whole bunch of second stringers is going to be at home. I think we should be able to get this pretty easy, but we could actually get as high as a third seed if we win and the Rams lose next week. Then we'll have the third seed. And right now, the Commanders, we would be playing the Commanders, but everything is so wonky in NFC. Nothing is set. The only thing that's set is the Eagles have their division and the second seed. The Rams have their division. Those are the only things set right now. How crazy is that? First seed isn't even set. If Minnesota wins and Detroit loses, then Minnesota will have the first seed. It's been a crazy year, man. I tell you what, the NFL did do a really good job with making the last 2 weeks exciting, you know, making them all meaningful games, basically. There's so few games that just don't matter anymore. You know, that's fun. They were celebrating the win and they realized it fell short and the celebration went completely dead. I got to see that. I got to see that. Is that on YouTube? Can I search it on YouTube? Yeah, now if we lose next week, he'll definitely get fired. If we go in the playoffs and put up another duck, aha, you see what I did there? If we go into the playoffs and stink it up, he'll probably get fired. What's up, Christopher? You like that duck? 100% confident Goblin is coming back. That'll be amazing if he does. If he does. I haven't been on social media today. I'm going to have to check it out. Jokes. That's hilarious. Definitely going to have to look for that. Let me see if I can find some. Oh. Man. Oh. We've got all 22. Y'all decide. Y'all come up with some plays you want to look at. We'll look at them. I don't have the all 22 set up to where I can, rewind it and everything. It's smooth, but we'll get by. We shall figure it out. Panthers fans. Reactions. How about that? Oh man, there's all kinds of funny stuff. Oh man, I got to get some of these and make a video out of them. Thanks for the heads up. Jokes. Bryce Young's reaction is pretty funny. Raheem Morris screwed up. What's up, Tom? What's up, Molly? Dean, injury. What happened? I don't know. They said it was his knee. They said knees. Apparently, he's been having knee issues. Run the duck play. Oh, he's 100% confident that Godwin is coming back next year, or is he going to come back and play this year? When is Shaq played? I know. I thought he was going to play yesterday. He didn't get any snaps yesterday. The snap counts came out this morning, and I looked, and he got no snaps. So he'll definitely play next week, I would imagine, against the Aints. How did Raheem Morris screw up? New contract next year. Yeah, it's Godwin. I would not be, I would not be angry, even if he can't, even if it's just symbolic, even if he can't even play. I'm just like that. I get too attached. I'm too sentimental. I'm not like you guys that could just cut people. Oh, the timeouts, clock management. Yeah. Didn't they they called a timeout on their first play after halftime. The first offensive play after halftime. Right before the play, they called a timeout. I was like, what were y'all doing in the halftime? Probably snorting up or something. Raheem, the flying V formation. I got to put my Gus Swayze video on loop.
And guess what? Gus Swayze gonna take you boys to school.
I got to turn the sound off before we, so I don't get banned. That's Gus Swayze right there, man. You tell me that's not Gus Swayze. Gus Swayze brought the secret duck. That is that guy. They're the same people. That guy and that guy is the same person. Love it. Oh man. Woof. Good stuff. You know, I need to center my camera better. It was horrible. I'm not mad though, man. I mean, Raheem Morris, more power to you, brother. You do your bad clock management and timeout management. You and Ty Bowles go to town. As long as we make the playoffs and they don't, I'm happy. Oh no, that was the Panthers that did that. It was the Panthers that called a timeout right after the half. It was the Falcons. Falcons, gosh, man, what a good game, though. That Falcons-Redskins game was really, really good. I mean, that was a good game, man. It was exciting. And I almost felt bad for the Falcons, man. I was like, they kind of deserved to win because they were just putting it to the Redskins. Or Commanders, Commies, whatever they're called now. You got to make it a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial, I know, right? You go to the Bucks game Sunday? Okay. I'm jealous, man. Yep, definitely a Florida man. Definitely a Florida man. Falcons had 3 timeouts left, 34 seconds left. Ball at opponent's 45. They didn't hike the ball till 17 seconds. I remember that. And then right before that, they threw that big pass. They got it, and they ran down the field. I want to say with 30-some seconds left. Maybe that's that same play. They ran down the field, and they had 3 timeouts. I'm like, why would you not call a timeout there? You know, instead of having your guys run down the field. Yeah, 17 seconds. Yeah, I think that was the same one. Oh, I'm with you, Jokes. I tell you, man, I was it was such an entertaining game, though. I kept going, I don't want this game to end, but at the same time, I was like, I really don't want the Falcons to win. And quite a few times, it looked like they had it. You know, it looked wrapped up. And I was like, dang it. Because there's no way they're going to lose to the Panthers next week, right? Although it is at Panthers, and the Panthers might be mad for getting curb stomped by the Buccaneers. Oh, that's hilarious. The Buccaneers. I gotta make a banner for the Buccaneers. Yeah, that penalty. I didn't see it. I looked up. It was third and 22 or whatever. And I saw, and they didn't get to play. And so I started doing something else. And then I came back a couple seconds later and I saw that it was first down. I was like, oh my gosh, they got a penalty obviously on defense. I was like, oh, what a bunch of dummies. You know, okay, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. I'm going to join you there. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, people. All right, yeah, okay. You're a bad influence on me, man. You're an you're an enabler. If Washington didn't turn the ball over and commit those penalties, they win easily. I will be honest with you. I don't remember much of the game. It was late in the night. I was celebrating the Bucks win. I just remember it was a really, really good game. Molly had gone to bed early, and I was texting her. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is such a good game." What's up, Joe? Victory Monday, yes, sir. Falcons fans, man, I tell you. Fans' reactions. It's like watching their team lose in overtime. Man, a lot of salty people. Uh, that guy's annoying. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to make a compilation of these Atlanta fans. It's hilarious. Ooh, sometimes it makes you wonder. Some of them you feel like it's set up. Oh man, man, there's some good ones. That's gonna be fun. Goose Island. Nah, it's a Yingling. Duck's head. How about that? Learn life. Pick me as your tutor. That's right, man. I will get you straightened out. Whatever you need. I'm a life coach. Should be. I just found out my cousin is an influencer. She's a she's a model. She lives in New York, but apparently she's also doing kind of like life coaching. Molly sent me her Instagram and she was like, "Isn't this your cousin?" I was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, yeah." She's a model though. She's been a model for geez, her whole life, basically. She's got like 3 kids now. Wow. Good people. Let me see. All right. Yeah, so if we win and the Rams lose next week, we get the 3rd seed. That'd be nice. Be nice to get the 3rd seed. That's as high as we can go, though. We can't go any higher than that. But we got to win next week. Got to win. We win, we're in. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Up against the Saints, who, they're done. They're completely injured. Got nothing to play for. Minnesota can get the 1st seed with a win and a Detroit loss. So that's going to be interesting. There'll be a lot of games next week that mean something. I think the Chiefs game is really the only one that's not going to mean anything. How in the world have they done it this year? That's been so weird. They're the luckiest team on the planet this year. I rewatched the game twice. I rewatched it last night, and I got through half of it today. But I can't find any of my notes. I did them all. The instant reaction video yesterday. I can't find my notes for that. That's wild. Huh. Don't know where they went. That's a good question. Good question, Molly. Who do the Saints want to spoil? I don't think they can spoil us. Oh, okay. Here we go. Payne Durham had a great game. I really like him. And I did not have any clue what he looked like. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know he was a white dude, which it looked like he was. But he looks just like Kate Otten. They both have that mustache. I was like, what is this? Is this a tight end thing? And then Delvin Culp, we were talking about him just last week. You know, we're like, when's he going to get some snaps? And then boom, he comes in and gets 52 yards on 3 receptions. Love it. Love it. We had 5 sacks in this game from 5 different people. Cansey, Yaya, Braswell had a sack. Nelson and who else? Who else was it? Hall. Yeah, Logan Hall had a sack. So, you know, in rewatching the game, our front did not do as well against the Panthers. Last time we played them, we had this issue. I think their offensive line might be a little bit better than everybody thinks they are. I think they might be pretty decent. I say that, but we got 5 sacks. But they were stuck in a situation they couldn't run. I don't think they're a good run blocker. Well, I don't know. We're just a good run defense, I guess. I don't know. Panthers did miss that field goal. Mike Evans had a great day. He's only 85 yards away. That's incredible. That's incredible. I said after he got hurt and he was going to be out for 4 weeks, I was like, there's no way he's going to have to get 100 yards every game when he comes back. And he's done it. He's done it. It's been incredible. Let me look. I want to look at this up. Look at this up. What he's done this year per game. Okay, so he got 97 yards in the Carolina game, 69 yards in the Dallas game, 159 in the Chargers game, 69 in the Raiders game, 118 in the Carolina game, 68 in the Giants game since he's come back. So 68, 118, 69, 159, 69, 97. It's incredible. They're going to get it for him, man. They're going to get it. So he's got to get 85 yards. Saints coming in and taking a knee. Just immediately, they're going to come in. He looked like Cam Brate. Doesn't Cade Otten look like Cam Brate, who looks like Payne Durham? So I guess either way, the Saints are going to be happy with the outcome. If they lose, then that means the Falcons don't get in. If they win, that means the Bucks don't get in. So no matter what happens with the Saints, they're knocking somebody out of the playoffs. That's funny. Oh, I know, and he looked good. Devin Culp, I thought he looked great. I thought he looked like a wide receiver. I didn't see any of his blocking. I don't even know if he did block any. How many snaps did he have? Let me look at that. He had he had 20 snaps on offense. So apparently he blocked at least 17 times. I say that, but that's not true. He might have gone out on routes. But yeah, I thought he looked great. I really like that Payne Durham, though, man. I've been talking about him, guys. Now he's getting a chance to shine. I think he's done pretty good shining. Yeah, Mike was dialed in, man. He is dialed in for the rest of the. Hopefully, he'll be dialed in during the playoffs too. Oh, I hear you, Christopher. I hear you, man. We should have wrapped this up a long time ago, man. How is Penix playing? But see, yeah, it'd be hard to bench Cousins. You know, I mean, the guy can put up numbers. You know, he can. And you didn't know what you had with Penix. I, yeah, Dolphins observer. If we lose next week, I can guarantee you Todd Bowles will get fired. It's bacon season. We're gonna make some duck. We're gonna bake some duck. I love that duck. Saints worried about the draft pick. Yeah. But you know, I heard this the other day, and it was one of those sayings where I'm like, you know, I had never thought about that, but it's all on the team's tanking. And somebody was like, that is the dumbest thing in the world because players are not going to tank so that the team can get a better draft pick so that they can get somebody to take their job. It's like players aren't going to tank. They don't care about the team getting a better draft pick. You think they're going to go, oh, we need to help this team out. Let them get a higher draft pick so that guy can take my spot. I never thought about that before. How weird is that? Not thinking that way. I was like, yeah, players, but you know, I mean, players do check out, and you know, if they don't have a lot to fight for, they're not going to go out there and get hurt or whatever. But they, you know, they're still interviewing. You know, every game is an interview for players. You don't get tenure in the NFL. Yeah, I think the Saints are going to come in and just kind of, you know, who's going to be their quarterback? Rattler. You know, they might get him some uh, some looks with some formations and stuff like that. You know, just kind of get him some playing time. But I don't think they're going to try real hard. Where are they at? What's the draft looking like right now? Draft board. Draft board. I used to have a link. NFL draft big board. Here we go. That's Pro Football Focus though. What was that site we used last year? It was like the Duck something, right? I've got it saved somewhere. I just don't know where I saved it. NFL draft, big board. ESPN, they got good one. No. NFL draft. NFL draft. The Jets or the Jaguars? Man, you know, man, yeah, that's a good question. Jets, you definitely expected more from them because Aaron Rodgers played most of the year. The Jaguars paying dude all that money, and he gets hurt. You know we will. Okay, we're gonna blame you if we lose. If we lose, man, Sunday, this is gonna be one angry, angry, angry fan base. Yeah, I want the ball first, Joe, because we've been doing that lately. We have not been deferring, and we've been doing good with it. Most disappointing team, though. Jaguars, though, I didn't really see them doing a whole lot. I thought they'd be, mid. The Jets kind of expected them to do well. Let me see. Probably the most shocking team has been Denver. 49ers, that's been kind of a disappointment. Houston made the playoffs, though. Let me see. Chicago. Didn't really expect much from them. Don't expect to see much from them for a while. I don't think their quarterback's all that great. Caleb. Let me see. Jets. Tennessee, that's about what we expected from them. Oakland, kind of expected a little bit more from them, but not much. Miami, I thought they were going to do better this year. What was their record? What did they end up with? Let me see. 8-8. Yeah, I expected them to do better this year, but I wouldn't say that they were the most disappointing. Cincinnati, the Colts, Tennessee. You kind of knew Tennessee was going to struggle this year. Raiders at 4-12. I thought they'd be a little bit better. Cowboys, kind of expected it. I've been surprised the past few years that they've gone 12-5. You're just like Mike McCarthy. I don't think he's a good coach. Never have liked him as a coach. Yeah. I think I'd have to go with the Jets. I think I would have to go with the Jets. You could throw the 49ers in there. They didn't collapse as bad as the Jets. But you really had higher expectations for the 49ers. Jets, yeah. NFL Draft Plus. There you go. Thank you, Tom. Position ranking is 2025. Oh, wait. Is this got. Chicago's got the number one. Wait. That can't be right. Ohio State's got 16 draft prospects on their team. Are you serious? There's no way. No way. All right, right now, the New England Patriots are first in draft order. And then the Tennessee Titans, then the Cleveland Browns, then the Giants. Wow, they were all 3-13. In Jacksonville, Carolina, the Jets. Carolina's in 6. Then the Jets, Vegas, Chicago, New Orleans. Yeah, New Orleans is going to try to move up a little bit on that draft board. They're in 10th place right now. I don't know if they can move up, though. We are picking 21 currently. Good. Patriots were your most disappointing, Christopher? What's up, Craig? How you doing, brother? Did you enjoy that game yesterday, man? That was great. Cam Jordan. Yeah, I know. Joe, Denver just really surprised us, man. Surprised me. It looked like it surprised everybody on the team. It definitely surprised Todd Bowles. He didn't even game plan for him. And then, every other game this year, it's been close. We've been a slugfest with every team, right? Denver, isn't that the biggest loss we've had this year? I think it was. Let me see. Denver, yeah, we lost by 19 points. Yeah. We lost to the Falcons in overtime by 6. We lost to the Ravens by 10. Lost to the Falcons again by 5. Lost to the Chiefs by 6 in overtime. Lost to the 49ers by 3. And lost to the Cowboys by 2. So, I mean, we've been right in there with everybody. And we've had a few blowouts. Beat the Commanders 37-20. The Saints 51-27. That was a great game. The Panthers 48-14. The Chargers 40-17. The Giants 30-7. I mean, we've been whooping up on people. And nobody's whooped up on us except for the freaking Broncos. Y'all got any plays you want to see on all 22? Put up the screen on our screen. Yeah, 20 points is the lowest we scored other than the Broncos game. And that was against the 49ers. We only scored 20. Oh, and against the Lions, we scored 20. But yeah, other than that, man, we scored 37, 33, 30, 51, 31, 26, 24, 30, 26, 28, 40, 24, and 48. Man, we've been putting up some points this year, man. Y'all remember when we couldn't score? 250 yards on Sunday? That'd be great because I was going to say that'd be great because I got him in fantasy football, but fantasy football's over for me in my money league. Al killed it this week in our fantasy football. I just want him to get 86 yards, Joe. He needs 85 to break 1,000. You been a Payne Durham hater? That's all right. You want to fly down to make sure we win, Craig? I actually thought about doing that too. I was like, man, I just want to go to this game just to make sure. You're their lucky charm, see. Yeah, there's 4 teams right now tied for the first pick at 3 and 13. Right now, New England's got the first overall pick. But all that's going to change next week. You hate airports? Yeah, me too. Actually, you know, that's not true. I don't like not the airports I don't like, it's the airplanes. They're just too cramped. If I had like business class or first class, then I'm fine, but I can't stand being all squished up. Play the duck play? Yes. Yep. We're gonna watch the punt. Okay, let me see. The punt block. That would be a defensive play, right? Block. Bop, bop, do, 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 do. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Okay. Who was that? JJ Russell. Right? Oh, it was Tryon that blocked the punt. Okay. All right, like I said, I can't rewind it and stuff as smoothly as I normally can. Ah, dang it. Oh. Give me 1 second. Still trying to figure this out. How in the world? Don't. What's up, Gotti? He could have hit 1,000 just on Carolina. I was actually, yeah, I was kind of surprised they took him out, to be honest with you. But you know, after the Godwin fiasco, I think he definitely Bowles definitely felt like he had to do it. Dragging the bounding box. Alt key. What is going on here? Oh. I was on the wrong. Yeesh. Sometimes I worry about myself. Okay. There we go. So this is the punt. Boom. Who is that? That's Tryon, yeah. He just comes right on in. He just blows past whoever that is blocking. We'll see it from the end zone here. Man, it's kind of embarrassing. You just want to see the duck. All right, where's Tryon? He is over here. That's Tryon right there. He's the one that blocks it. So let's see what he's got. Oh, yeah, that's embarrassing. It's definitely embarrassing for them. Who is this? 40. This guy, I can't read his number, 40 something. He just gets blasted. He tries to move over and block 41 too. But the running back guy is back there too. So they're both, there's 3 guys on 41. And 9 could have probably gone by without even touching anybody. But it's 9 that puts his shoulder into the lineman there. I mean, he had an open hole there. And then he does a good job with getting to the ball. Oh, it almost went right through his hands there. Yeah. And then it landed right at J.J. Russell's feet. Hey, that's that guy from the Gus Swayze video right there, I think. You know, the one that was doing the Tampa. Hey. There's a name for that. All right. I want to go back and look at the duck. To the next play. You can see the duck on this angle, I think. No, you can't, because the duck was back here right beside the return guy in the back. He was. So this isn't technically all 22 here because they're not showing the guy who's back here catching the ball. You can see it on the play before. You can see the duck. I saw somebody had the duck on TikTok or something. The duck was flying in, but you could see it here, I think. This was the play before. You can see the duck fly over the field. No. Must be on the next play. Or the next angle. The sideline angle. I swear I saw him fly by. No. I swear. He is. I got it somewhere. What's up, Lawrence? Yeah, Scotty. I talked about that in my instant reaction about how we were saying what when Colt was going to get some snaps. We were just talking about that. Yeah, the football guys heard you whining about it. Oh, you think he got his feet tied up with the long snapper? Let me see. I don't know. I think he might have just was just poor blocking assignment. Okay, he is right beside the long snapper. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's a long snapper. I think it's the running back. Yeah, because you can see their feet. Here's the running back's foot here. This is the running back's foot, and his foot is inside. Yeah. So. But I think he was gonna. I mean, like right here, that's a huge hole. You're not supposed to have that much. And Tryon could have just, I think, gone through there without hitting 40, whatever his number is. But yeah, he definitely got his foot caught on this running back here. I think it was just bad blocking. Is that why we let off the gas, man? 48-14 is us letting off the gas. Oh, what a beatdown we gave him. Duck Bruce, the new mascot. That's great. Oh yeah, yeah. Back in the day, man, we didn't ever score 21 points. Yeah, as soon as Evans hits, he only needs 85, right? He's got 955 now. 915 yards. He only needs 85 to reach 1,000. And I guess he can reach it like right at 85. He doesn't need 86 to go over or something like that. But yeah, as soon as he gets it, man, let's pull him. Ducko Bruce. That's hilarious. Oh, you didn't see? Oh, that's right, Craig. No, check this out. Check this out, Craig. You got to see this. All right. Got to turn the volume on just here for a second. I can't leave it on, or I'll get copyrighted.
And guess what? Gus Swayze.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh no. Okay. Check this out, Craig.
Gus Swayze gonna take you boys to school.
That'll stop the clock.
Look, you tell me that's not Gus Swayze. You tell me that's not Gus Swayze right there. That guy and this guy are the same people. That guy and that guy. You tell. and then check him out. Hold up. Here he is. I love this. I'm just like, that's him right there. That's Ducko Bruce. Look at him. Look at he loves the Buccaneers. He loves the Buccaneers. Look at this. Yeah. 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 Oh, classic. Oh, and then no, we get more of him. We get more of it. Look, here he is. He's coming in. He's going to show you how it's done. Look at that. Look at the moves. Oh, I love it. Yes. Woo. Oh, we get him in slow motion now here. Right here. Oh, yes. Duck Swayze. Woo. Great game. Just for the duck alone, that was a great game. Right? Boom, same guy. Boom, same guy. You tell me. Those are the same two people. I love it. Uh, all right, let me get my. What else do we want? What else do we want? All 22. Ugh. Oh, Lawrence. Yeah, we were just talking about that a little while ago, having the heart attacks during that Atlanta game, man. That was a great game, though. I really enjoyed that game. But yeah, there was a couple times I thought for sure they had it, man. The outside guy for Carolina, he was picking his nose. Do we need an end zone angle or? Which outside guy? Both of them. Neither one of them did anything. Oh yeah, they got to take that duck and do something with him, man. They need to put him in the Ring of Honor. He needs to be like a mascot. It has, man. It's been a roller coaster of a season, okay. Yeah, Culp and Durham did great. I like me some Payne Durham, man. Culp, I didn't know what to expect, but I mean, he looks like a full-on receiver, man. I'm sitting there going, dang, is this a tight end? I mean, he was moving and running routes like a receiver. Oh, y'all couldn't even see it. I did it again where. Okay. The tackle. Neither one of them did anything. You're talking about the far outside guys. Or even the tackle right beside 9. Yeah. Yeah, this is just not very good. Did they get our old special teams coach? Because that looks like some crap we would have done. He was doing his Jamel Dean. I am so over Dean, man. I got that shirt. I know. I'm going to grow my hair out. I'm going to be a Florida man. Listen to me. I'm going to grow my hair out. I'm going to get my mullet going. Business up front, party in the back. Shirt tucked in, mullet untucked. You know, back in the 80s, I'm going to tell you my mullet story. Back in the 80s, mullets were a big thing, man. Everybody had a mullet. And I I was living in Florida and moved back to Virginia. And I was at Virginia Beach. I was at a place called Flipper McCoy's. It was uh, like a gaming place, video games and stuff. And I was there with my girlfriend, and this guy came up to me, and this was probably 91 or 92. This guy came up to me, and he kind of was joking my mullet, but I didn't know it. But he said that phrase. He was like, "Party up front," or uh, "Your hair says business up front, party in the back." I thought it was funny. I didn't think anything about it. But then a couple days later, my girlfriend was like, "I think that guy was kind of joking you about your hair." And she was like, I heard somebody else say something, and they call it a mullet. Anyhow, I ended up cutting my hair because I was like, oh no, this is out of style now. It's not even just out of style. It's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, Cam Johnson. Yeah, yeah. He had a good player too. Culp runs a 4.47. Not bad. Yeah, he was cutting and everything like a wide receiver. I actually went and looked at the depth chart to make sure. I was like, is he a tight end? Because he was running like a wide receiver out there. I did. I had a rat tail at one point. Ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah. The 80s were crazy. Lawrence Taylor never had a mullet. You don't know. I bet you Lawrence Taylor did have a mullet. I bet you could go and look at some old pictures. I'm gonna look, and I guarantee you, he had a mullet at some point in his life. Probably in the 80s. He had that flat top. Remember that? He had that one earring. No, that was big in the 80s too. I had that as well. Starting to get hangry. Molly just went to Walmart. What she's going there for? Hopefully, get me some food. We got the Detroit Lions and the 49ers tonight. 49ers don't have anything to play for except the pride. Yeah, I don't see Lawrence Taylor with a mullet. Surprises me. He did have that earring though. Payne Durham gets wide open. That's right, Joe. And I want to see in this all 22. If he's getting open like he did against Dallas, then they've got him running options, and he's really, really, really good at it. Because he was so open every time, almost every play in that Cowboys game. And when we do the all 22 on this Panthers, I'm going to see if it's the same thing. And if it's true, then I'm going to say they got him running options, and he's really, really good at it. It's the only thing I mean, if it happens in one game, then you got some excuses for it. But if it happens in two, it's him. Oh, I had so many big dangly earrings. I had a big old giraffe. I've still got my earrings, actually. I've still got the hole in my ear. And yeah, I can still get an earring in there. But, I was talking to Molly about that the other day about how my dad was like super, super tough. I mean, he wasn't like a macho man at all, but I never saw him cry. Never heard him complain about anything. I saw him do some crazy stuff. Like I saw a tree fall on his face. He broke his nose, and he kept on working for 3 hours. Never said a word. It was insane, and it wasn't like he was trying to prove anything either. He was just how he was. His dad was. I don't even think he had emotions. That guy was made out of pure iron and steel. My granddad. So anyhow, my point my point behind all this is I was raised kind of like in a tough environment. Boys don't cry, and you stick it out. You work hard through adverse conditions. You don't complain. All that good stuff. But then, I think about like the music I listen to, like Motley Crue and Poison and all that, and Van Halen, and you look at those guys, they look like women, you know. They had their big hair and all this, and I had long hair and I wore an earring and all this, and my dad did not like me. He didn't like that stuff, and that stuff made my dad not like me. It was one of those, son, We need to have a talk. Oh my goodness. Now, it is crazy. It is crazy at how generations, it's that whole strong man, good times, and all that good stuff. We have definitely lost our sense of what our idea of what masculinity is has definitely changed. But yeah, just thinking about how my dad must have looked at me and my generation. That was that was some crazy stuff. I actually dyed my hair pink at one point, just like the tips on the sides right here. Yeah, gosh. Vita Vea ran a 5:11. No, he didn't. Did he go that fast? Vita was fast. It has been good seeing Durham out there. I mean, he's doing really, really good. And like I said, he's getting open all the time. Against that Dallas game, he was open almost every route he ran. Uh, Mayfield could have hit him a lot more than he did. Yeah, you couldn't be a Bucks fan. He never cried. Oh, my granddad was so tough. I mean, just like, I don't think he had any nerves. I don't think he could feel pain, and I don't think he could feel emotions. Just, it was a different generation, man. I mean, those guys. My dad definitely too. I mean, my dad was the kind of guy. He had a saying, and it's unfortunately it's how I've lived my life. Is if you're not bleeding, you're not working hard enough. And that's how it was, when we worked, because my dad worked me. I talk to my daughter and my son all the time about, man, y'all have no idea how easy you got it. Because, in my house when I was growing up, I was slave labor. It was like, I worked. And when we worked, it was like, if you didn't bleed, you weren't working hard enough. And so I always made sure I worked hard enough to where something was bleeding by the end of the day. It's some weird crap. And I took that into my work. When I worked construction, I was always, the last one to leave, and I was always bleeding somehow, some way. And it wasn't like I would like purposely hurt myself, but you just work hard enough to where something was bleeding eventually. It's insane. People nowadays don't understand, do they, Craig? Uh, yeah. Yeah, Tom, I did not wear my earring around my dad. He never saw it until I left the house. And I left the house and I got a tattoo. And we had a family event that we all got together for in Ohio. It's the first time I'd seen him since I got my tattoo. And it was in a swimming pool, so I couldn't hide my tattoo. Oh my gosh. My dad was so angry or so disappointed. He was so disappointed. Oh yeah, 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 Craig, 100%. I mean, could you imagine this generation now? I was I was on a forum one time. I'll say it was Reddit, and they were talking about what would happen if they lost access to the internet. And like most of the guys, a good 60% of them said, I'd probably take myself out, self delete. And then they got to talking about like war, and like all of them, to a man, was like, yeah, no way, there's no way I'd go to war. And they admitted they couldn't do it. They were like, I couldn't survive in a war. You know, that's so weird. If we went to war, I don't know, man. We'd have to recall all the guys that are over 50 or over 60, maybe even over 70. Yeah, I don't know if my generation would be able to even handle it. Tom got the belly button ring. That's funny. Yeah, yeah. Payne Durham touchdown. Do we have a date or a time? Oh no, wait a minute. I could do that easy. Do. I'm still trying to figure out how to search with this film room. Touchdown. There we go. Got 5 of them. Mike Evans, McMillan, Payne Durham. Here we go. What? How is this happening? He is wide open. Look at that. That's insane. Oh, that's why I was doing it. Let's go back. Was it E? I think it's E. Nope. I don't know the keyboard shortcuts yet either. All right. So there's Payne. Hey, Culp was out there too, 82. All right, Payne is right here. He's right beside Worf's. So here's Payne Durham right here. Man, they just totally messed up there. That was broken coverage, but let's see what we can get. 31's got him. And then all 3 of these people, they go to Culp. Because this is Culp right here. And 31 had Payne. But then he drops him to come down to cover Culp when these 2 guys are running over there to get him. And he's already throwing the ball. Oh, the ball's already been thrown. And this dummy's going to release Payne. Oh, my goodness. He was wide open. I don't. Payne doesn't push off on him or nothing. He just busted coverage. Carolina sucks. Yeah, Culp looks really big. He's thick. Yeah, today's generation, yeah, they're just way too pampered. There's a great book called The Coddling of the American Mind by can't remember the professor's name, but it's a great book. Really breaks down a lot how things have gotten the way they are. That's a good story, Tom. Uh, yeah, those guys back then, they had honor and they were quick to fight. My dad was quick to fight people. If you disrespected him or his family, or if you acted a fool in public, my dad's throwing hands with you. Yeah, yeah, bullying breaks guys now. Their linebacker was doing a KJ Britt impression. Yeah. just garden grass. Yeah, they had that word mark locked down. Defender was in a bad position because he didn't have any help there, it looked like. But the ball was already in the air. He wasn't paying attention. I think if he was paying attention, he would have seen that the ball had already been thrown. He would have stuck with Durham. Right, yeah, fight was just fight. Yeah, and one-on-one. I mean, it was so disgraceful to gang fight people. You know what I'm saying? For 2-on-1, that was disgraceful. I mean, you did that, people would just beat you up just for doing that, you know? If you attack somebody with multiple people, yeah, man, that was a no-no. It's just a different time, different sense of honor and loyalty and all that good stuff. Is my thing off frame here? No? It's weird. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. A fight was just a fight, you know, and I had probably 60%, over half of my best friends and people I'm still friends with today were people I'd met through fighting. You got into a fight with somebody, you shook their hand afterwards, and you went, "Yeah, you know, you're a pretty cool dude," you know, and then you just become friends. Different. It was a different world, man. Different world. It was a trick throw. It did look like it was going to call. Yeah. So maybe they got confused with it. Let me see. Because it was going straight over his head. Yeah, it does look like it's kind of in his direction. You know, when they throw those balls in the stands, you know, we talked about this, I think last year. Uh, the security has to go get those balls now. You can't take those balls home because they've got proprietary technology in them. It's actually illegal to carry one of those out of the stadium. So every time players throw the balls in the stands now, security has to go and get the ball. You can't keep the ball. It's messed up because they got the little chips inside of them. Oh, yeah, the belt. Oh, my gosh, Joe, the belt. My dad always wore a belt. Didn't matter. He'd wear shorts with a belt, dress socks, and dress shoes. My dad never owned a pair of tennis shoes. All of his shoes, his work shoes, he never owned a pair of boots either. My dad, he was a cheap dude. He would take his, when he bought a new pair of work shoes, he'd take his old work shoes, and he worked in an office, and he would take his old work shoes, and those would become his new mow the grass shoes and do yard work shoes and work on the roof shoes and all that. So he was always, he always had dress shoes on no matter what. The man always had dress shoes on. It used to kill me. But yeah, he always had a belt on too, man. And he was quick. Whip that thing out. Matter of fact, the last time he ever beat me, I was 15. No, that's not true. Last time he ever beat me with a belt. And it was the first time I ever hit him. Last time he ever used a belt, first time I ever hit him. He he pulled that belt off And as he was pulling it out, I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh no, no way. And I punched him right in the face. And I turned around and I ran. We were outside. I ran so hard that one of my shoes came off. And I did not stop to get it. I ran to my neighbor's house. Ended up staying there for like 3 days because I was terrified. Oh gosh, what a story. But yeah, that was the last time he ever used a belt on me. It was not the last time he ever whooped me, though. My dad's the only man that's ever knocked me out with a punch. Yeah, the belt was the worst, man. Yeah, he stopped using a belt on me because I punched him in the face. So then he just started beating the crap out of me with no belt. She started hitting you with a broom. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Huge mistake, Tom. Oh my goodness. If I would have ever hit my mom, I don't think I'd be alive right now. My dad would have, I think he would have deleted me. I talked back to my mom one time. She beat me, and then my dad got home and he beat me. Yeah, the players can't even keep these footballs anymore. They have to, I don't know if they take the chip out and or they just give them another ball, but the players are not allowed to keep the chip. Yeah, everyone's dead. They could crack that whip, that belt. You gonna try and knock me out, Craig? uh, I go down pretty easy, relatively easy, but I've got that tenaciousness in me, where I get up fast and hard. Because I've had guys surprise me, and catch me, and I'll go down, but I'll pop right back up and just be like a Wolverine. But yeah, man, I've taken some monster shots, but my dad's the only one that's ever knocked me out. He threw me through a plate glass door or a storm door. I went through it, the big old glass. He threw me through that. I flew off the front porch, down the steps, and landed in the yard. And I stood up, and I was taking my jacket off to get ready to fight. And I said to him, I can't remember exactly what I said, something like, "Come on, you mother." And about the time I said like that, I looked up and he was jumping off the porch. Oh, we got to get a full scene in like a hero superhero pose, coming off the front porch in the air with his fist back like this is the last thing I remember. And he came down, hit me, and knocked me out. And then I woke up and he had me in a yoke. He was behind me. And I woke up and I briefly remember clawing the grass because I was like, I can't breathe. And then I passed out again. And my mom, the last thing I remember was my mom jumping on his back, yelling. This was like 3 a.m. in our front yard in a neighborhood. She jumped on his back, started hitting him, saying, "You're killing him. You're killing him." And then I blacked out. And then I woke up in the yard by myself. They had gone back inside, and I was just laying there on the grass. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man, he came flying off that porch, full power. It's just cocked, came down on top of me. Bam! Oh, memories, man. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Craig. You're funny, man. I had a little dude. Uh, we had gotten in a fight in a bar, and then we carried it outside. I didn't know we were carrying it outside. This is a long story, but I'm just gonna tell you the pertinent parts to the thing. But he was a little dude. He was like Korean or something, and I was standing outside the bar talking to my friends, and he came walking by, and somebody said, "Hey, isn't that the guy you were just fighting?" And I turned around, I looked at him, I said, "Yeah, I think so." He was wearing pajamas. Long story. But he turned around, and I said, "Oh yeah, that is him." And he jumped up on me and punched me right in the face. And I just went down. I was like, "Whoa." And I ended up beating the mess out of him right there in the street. But all my friends were like, "Damn, you went down pretty easy, dude." He was a little guy. And I was like, I wasn't expecting it, man. Come on. I've always had that problem where if I get caught off guard, I'll go down real quick. Yeah, Dad was like Hiroshima on you. Yeah, huge mistake, man. Yeah, I think my dad would have just deleted me. He would he would he wouldn't have even said anything. He probably would have just snapped my neck. MK must have passed out. Yeah, where'd everybody go? Wrestling is fake, but dads are real. That's a good one. You know, wrestling is fake, but it's extremely dangerous. I've seen guys get hurt so bad. It's very dangerous. I've seen a couple times where guys almost died. I had a buddy of mine uh, who wrestled his whole life, and not, like high school wrestling. He did WWE type wrestling. Him and his brother were just consumed with it. And they would set up these matches, and we'd all have to go over and watch and all this good stuff. And they would do some of the craziest things, man. And they broke bones quite frequently. They were two crazy guys. They were into BMX and anything that was dangerous, they were doing it. But that wrestling, it's real easy to get hurt. No, actually, Rampage. Oh my gosh. No, I actually did not go back inside. Long story to that whole thing, the reason why me and him got into it and everything. But no, I ended up going back to my girlfriend's house. Yeah. And then, oh my gosh, lot of stuff happened that night. Yeah. Don't want to get into it. That's not for live streaming. Next time we all hang out, we can talk about it. Craig tough on the wrestling fans. It's fun. It is fun when you get into it. You do kind of have to just like take your brain out and put it in a box, but it can be really fun. Me and my dad used to go to wrestling matches up at the Norfolk Scope. I actually saw the Ayatollah. What was his name? Shah. Gosh, what was it? Steel Shah. Iranian. Oh my gosh! I saw Andre the Giant. Uh, Never saw Hulk Hogan now. This is way before Hulk Hogan. This is like late 70s, early 80s. Gosh, what was that guy's name? He was big. Anyhow. But yeah, man, it was, wrestling could be fun if you just, it's kind of like watching action movies, you know. You just got to turn your brain off and just scream and holler. That's that's how wrestling is. It can be fun though. If you got to be around the right group of people, though, right group of guys. Yes, the Superman punch. Yes, Yes, that was it. He did the Superman punch off the porch. Bam! Oh my gosh. Yeah, knocked me out, man. Mankind or was it Mankind? Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, yeah. Crazy. Crazy stuff. I haven't watched it in 20 years. Any wrestling. What was the worst punishment he ever gave you? The Iron Sheik. Yes, Iron Sheik. That's right. He wore them stupid shoes that curled up. Go to Buffalo. Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, Saturday morning ritual. Most definitely. Yeah. All right, got to get off here. Game's getting ready to come on, and I'm starving. Oh my gosh, we did. I feel like we didn't really even talk about the game that much. So we need a win, and we're in. Tonight's game doesn't mean anything. It's Detroit and 49ers. If Detroit loses and Minnesota wins, then Minnesota takes the first seed. So Detroit's got something to play for tonight. 49ers doesn't really. Oh my gosh. Ruining the name of the family. My family was never big on our family name, which is a shame. I wish I would have been. But yeah, that had to have been horrible. Backyard wrestling at the Buffalo Bills tailgates. No, thank you. But I would love to watch it. Pinto Ranaba. We could set it. We have to practice our wrestling all year. That'd be funny, Craig. I'll dive off the roof onto somebody on a table. Yeah. No, I won't. I'm too old for that mess. All right, guys, I got to get off here. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Great win. Great win. Sucks to be a Panthers fan. I don't know when the last time they even had a winning season was. It's becoming a thing with them. But hey, 48-14. Deal with it. It was a great game. I loved it. Probably the best game of the season, to be honest with you. I don't know. That Saints game was pretty good. We put up 51 against the Saints. Hopefully we'll do it again this weekend. Granddad, yeah. Yeah. My granddad, I loved my granddad, man. My granddad was awesome. I'm with you, Tom. I ain't wrestling either. I'm retired from that. The Duck Decoy. Duck Swayze. All right, Craig. Tom, everybody, jokes. I appreciate you guys. We will see you tomorrow. We're going to start looking at all 22. We'll probably do, gosh, the defense had so few plays. I don't know if we'll do defense or offense start tomorrow. Anyhow, all 22 tomorrow. Be here or be square. And we'll continue talking about our horrible childhood growing up and getting beat up by our parents. All right. Till next time, go Bucks.